In this part of the training, we begin developing a new skill called calibration. Calibration is the ability to observe how someone is processing information internally. One way people reveal their internal experience is through the language they use. In Neuro Linguistic Programming, we refer to these patterns as sensory modalities. People often describe their experiences using visual, auditory, or kinesthetic language. By listening carefully to these patterns, you can gain insight into how someone is thinking. This awareness allows communication to become more precise and effective. Human experience is processed through the senses. We see images, hear sounds, and feel sensations. These sensory channels form what NLP calls representational systems. When people talk about their experiences, they often describe them using sensory language. The words they choose reflect how they are organizing information internally. Someone who thinks visually may describe what they see in a situation. Someone who thinks in sounds may refer to what they hear. Recognizing these patterns provides valuable insight during communication. Visual communicators often describe ideas using imagery. Their language frequently includes words related to seeing and visual clarity. You might hear phrases like, "I see what you mean." That picture is becoming clearer. Let's look at the situation from another angle. Visual thinkers often speak quickly because images can appear rapidly in the mind. They may also focus on how situations appear or how things fit into a broader picture. Recognizing these patterns helps you understand how they organize their thoughts. Auditory communicators often describe experiences through sound. Their language reflects listening, speaking, and hearing. Examples include phrases such as, "That sounds right," "I hear what you're saying," "That idea really resonates with me." People who process information this way may pay close attention to tone and rhythm in conversation. They may also choose their words carefully because language itself plays an important role in how they think. Recognizing auditory language helps communication become more aligned. Kinesthetic communicators often focus on feelings and physical sensations. Their language reflects emotional or tactile experience. You may hear phrases such as, "That feels right," "I'm not comfortable with that," "That situation feels heavy." Because kinesthetic processing involves internal sensations, people using this style may speak more slowly. They may pause to sense how something feels internally. Understanding this style helps you respond in ways that feel more natural to them. The words that reveal sensory processing are called sensory predicates. Predicates are simply descriptive words that indicate how someone is experiencing something internally. For example, visual predicates include words like see, look, or clear. Auditory predicates include words like hear, sound, or resonate. Kinesthetic predicates include words like feel, grasp, or pressure. By listening carefully to these words, you begin to recognize patterns. These patterns provide clues about how someone is thinking. Once you recognize someone's sensory modality, you can begin adjusting your communication to match. For example, if someone uses visual language, you might say, "Let's look at the big picture." If someone uses auditory language, you might say, "That sounds like a solid plan." If someone uses kinesthetic language, you might say, "That approach feels practical." Matching language patterns helps communication feel more natural for the listener. This alignment improves understanding and strengthens rapport. From a spiritual perspective, it is helpful to recognize that people experience the world in different ways. Each person perceives reality through their own internal filters. When we become aware of these differences, communication becomes more compassionate. Rather than assuming everyone experiences the world the same way we do, we learn to listen more carefully. Respecting another person's perception creates harmony in conversation. Conscious communication begins with awareness. To practice recognizing sensory modalities, begin by listening carefully to everyday conversations. Pay attention to the words people use when describing experiences. Notice whether their language reflects visual, auditory, or kinesthetic patterns. Look for repeated words or expressions. Once you recognize the pattern, try responding with similar language. Observe how the conversation feels when communication styles begin to align. With practice, this skill becomes easier and more natural. In this part of the series, we explored how people reveal their internal processing through language. Visual, auditory, and kinesthetic patterns appear naturally in conversation. By listening for sensory predicates, you can begin to recognize how someone organizes their experience. Matching these patterns helps communication feel clearer and more comfortable. This awareness strengthens rapport and improves understanding. In the next part of the series, we will explore another representational style known as digital modality, which focuses on internal dialogue and analytical thinking. If you found this training helpful, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next part in the series. And be sure to connect with me on LinkedIn and Facebook using the links provided in the video description below. I'll see you in part 6, Digital Modality.